All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. It is Thursday. We almost never do Thursday. Actually, we've never done a Thursday stream. Never done a Thursday stream. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll go live today. That's okay. Felt like, you know, just doing something a little bit extra. Probably won't be a full hour. It'll probably just be a quick 30 minutes. And I'll still do the market view later on today, but we have yet to get this 19,700 level. I still think we could do that. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know if we're going to do that in the next 30 minutes, but I feel like that could still be on the table for today. I most certainly would not short this market. You know? What's the best book from Epictetus? Discourses. He actually never wrote a book. Epictetus never wrote a book, my friend. He only spoke. I have many different versions. I'm reading this one. It's Epictetus, The Complete Works by Robin Waterfield. You can see that. Okay. Robin Waterfield. Epictetus, The Complete Works. Handbook, Discourses, and Fragments. So I have like 4 different versions of discourses. So they're all the same. They're different translations, but they ultimately get you to the same message. Yeah, I don't know that one. Was good, Felix, Marshall, Eli, and I'm not going to stream every Thursday. I just felt like streaming today. And again, it's probably going to be 30 minutes. I just wanted to make a couple points. On here, I want to extend the free beginners series. So I did episode 7 was a live session. Episode 8 was as well, but I clipped it and condensed it to 30 minutes. So that's part 8. This will be part 9. So I'm going to clip this just so you know. All right, so this will be part 9. Part 9 of the free beginner trading course right here on my YouTube channel, where we're almost at all-time highs for memberships. We're also very close to 8,000 subscribers. We're less than 100 away. So that's why I kind of felt like doing just a little bit extra, because why not? You know? Why not? So I think the 1 minute time frame here is going to be a little bit tricky. Beginning of the PM session for me. We have a bunch of lows here. I feel like we might want to try and tag that instead of going higher. But again, I don't want to short this market. I would only want to be interested in longs. Okay. As far as like the live session goes, there's a few different things I want to talk to you about. And it's going to be very similar to episode 7 and 8, right? Yeah, Ricky, if they don't blast the highs, the market is wrong. It's not we who are wrong, right? It's the market who's going to be wrong. But yeah. What's good, Natasha, Eli, Carlos, Stephanie, Pop, Lucas, Ricky, and anybody else that I might have missed. So let's start from the beginning. And I want to go out to a 15-minute time frame. There was a few different things that I wanted to point out to you guys. So right about 7:30, 7:40 is when I screenshotted on my phone because I was in the bathroom. But anyway, that's when I pointed out the 19,694.25 level, screenshotted it, sent it in the Discord, said that's where I think, that we're going for today. We have not gotten there. We have not reached it. We got very close. We ended up getting 693.5. So we're about 3 ticks off so far. On the day, 3 ticks off of the highs that we were anticipating. Before the market opened, before equities even opened, okay? So what does that tell you? That tells you that the bias is long, my friend. Oh, sorry, let's go back to the 15-minute before we go down. And this is what I was trying to tell, I think, Carson or Carcel or what his name is. I thought he was looking at, we were all looking at Nasdaq. I was looking at Nasdaq, everybody else was looking at Nasdaq, and he had posted a Dow chart, and I didn't look at it long enough to notice because I was tunnel vision on Nasdaq on NQ. And what I thought he was longing NQ in here, and that's why I pointed this out to him, because I want him to see it after. And then he was like, I don't get it. Oh, Carlos, yeah. So Carlos, I thought you were trying to long NQ down in here. And I thought you had your stop like right here. I'm like, bro, you're going to get fucked. Like, you're going to get fucked. And so that was my bad. I should have looked at your chart with a little bit more, I should have been paying a little bit more attention, but I was beamed over in other markets. Because I was watching gold too, and ES, and NQ. I was watching Aussie too. I was waiting for a retracement. We got it, but I'm no longer interested in Aussie, so I'll leave it at that. But anyway, this is what I was trying to tell you. Is this level here, right, was distribution to go lower. And then the rest of this, there's like a daily gap somewhere down in there. I don't remember the days. You can go look at it on your own. There's that gap from yesterday as well. Nvidia earnings shot us lower. So we kept going lower and lower and lower and lower. Market drip. London took all that back. So Asia, London took all that back. And that's why I screenshot. I think we're going up here. So again, when you look at it, okay, that up candle here, right, imbalance to go lower. So that was an old level of distribution. All right. This might not be for the beginner series, but if you're in a bullish market, okay, previous levels of distribution become accumulation. And so that's why it's labeled reaccumulation, because we broke through that level, right? So distribution, we broke through it, and now we're back into this up candle here. That's what I was trying to point out to you, because I thought you were longing, Carlos. Told me to fuck off. If you go into your rectangle, they have a middle line now. So I asked them to do it years ago. They told me, well, we don't know if that's going to be as popular. Then they waited like 3 years and then they added it. Fucking bastards. But they finally added that midpoint. And that's what that is. That's all that is. You could have that or not. Now, I added that because I was looking at imbalances earlier, and, we were looking at whether or not it was trading like 50% and stuff, and that's why that's there. But anyway, when you look at, okay, this is super, super important. That's why all this stuff is here, because all three of these things here are important. This, the orange box, and the inversion, okay? All three of those are important, and that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. So remember, continuing with this series, the free series for YouTube, okay, 2024, whatever. We've been talking about manipulation. We have been talking about when we study price legs, right, and we look for imbalances that get created towards liquidity. So do we have an imbalance like right here? Not really. We have one right there. Okay. So how does, this pan out? Oh, let me delete that because that's not anything in here. What takes place? We trade lower and grab the lows. Then we trade through it right there on that up candle. Do you see that? We leave a bullish imbalance behind as well. So then we trade down and we catch both. You see that? And by cat, I just mean price tags both. And I'll just label it green so you can tell that there's a difference here. So imbalance created on the way up overlaps with this imbalance created on the way lower that led to manipulation. So that right there, boom, it hits both. Do you see that? Both. Look at that. Right there at 929. Super, super sexy right there. We launch. We do make a new intraday high. We just don't hit the highs up here. So that to me was fairly tradable. Okay. Could you have gotten a 1 to 2 out of that? Well, that depends. That depends on where your stop would have been. If your stop was at this low, probably not. I lied. Oh, you do fucking get a 1 to 2. Look at that. Hot damn. Remember the last episode? Oh, maybe it was just a live stream. I can't. I make so many videos and live streams at this point. There's over 700 videos on the channel. I can't remember half of what video says what. I think it might have been yesterday on Wednesday. I told you about what? The 1 to 2s. Find the inversion. Find the 1 to 2. And do the math on that compounding, right? There's your 1 to 2 right there. Risking 1% to make 2%. And shit, if I would have done that today, I would have got greedy. I said, fuck that. I'm aiming for up here. And then I would have got out on the way lower. Got out like break even or some shit. But anyway, the rules was 1 to 2. And your 1 to 2 is right there. See that? So that was tradable. Okay. So study that. Go into your chart. Go to that 15-minute, mark up the reaccumulation. Even if you don't have that, even if you didn't see that because you didn't bother looking at the time frame, lazy. At least if you saw manipulation and then a run to opposing liquidity, that still would have put you on the right side of the market. Okay? So that's clean. That's very, very clean. What I want to do now is really, it should have been, oh, see, oh my God, chat. See how hard that fucking was? All these lows right here, too clean. And we just yanked for that. We yanked for that. I wasn't interested in shorting this market. I told you I wouldn't have done that. And I'm not interested in shorts. I'm not. But we traded into the high end of that imbalance. We traded into this one before rolling over. Probably good scalps in here, but I'm married to this bias that we're going to tag up here. And that's why I would be too scared. I'd be like, no, I'm not shorting this. I'm just not doing it. How is the audio good, everybody? Let's do a sound check real quick. Drop a 1 if the sound is fine. Because it's getting ready to rain and shit here pretty soon. So it might cut off again. And if it does, I'm sorry. But drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can, if everything's fine. If everything is gravy, drop a 1. Ooh, we're still flying. We're still flying, dog. Just waiting for a change in price delivery. We can go back to live price in a minute. If you want to look at your chart on Nasdaq, look at the imbalance that we just created on the way lower. See if that becomes an inversion. I'm not going to trade it, but just see if it becomes an inversion. Okay. What have we been studying? When it comes to highs and lows, what have we been studying? What are some of the things? There's 4 of them. Thank you, 7. There are 4 primary targets that I look for. And there are 2 primary places for stop losses. That's in the beginner series. I think it was on the technical analysis one, where I showed like the six things, and 4 of them were targets and 2 of them are stops. What are the 4 targets? Low resistant highs is 1. Low resistant lows is 2. Equal highs 3. Equal lows 4. Great. Thank you, Natasha. So by looking at this chart on your screen, do we... What the fuck? Oh, that was me. Sorry. Thought I got clapped for a minute. Looking at your screen, do we have low resistant highs? Do we have low resistant lows? Do we have low resistant highs? I mean, excuse me, high resistant highs or high resistant lows? All that stuff. Do we have anything like that here? Yeah, Alex, we're here. I'm extending the beginner series. This is episode 9. I'll have to clip, because I'm clipping it. I'll edit it later. Obviously, I'll cut this shit out for the video. I'll make it shorter, but for the live stream, I wanted to, you know, kind of do both here. Give you guys an extra live stream, and then, you know, clip that for the beginner series. Right, Felix. So we do have low resistant highs up here, right? Because we have 2 highs, and the high on the right here is lower. See that? A high, lower high. Perfect. This market sold off during New York, right? Like New York FX session kind of thing. 7 is there. There's a little gap right there too. So we come up for the gap and then we sink, right? We have equal lows, low resistant lows, bunch of lows down here, right? And then that all was taken right there. See that? So now what we can do is we can come in here, and this is where some of you are going to start getting more light bulbs, especially if you're not familiar with my content, but maybe watching this series is like your first, you know, first few videos, then yeah, you're going to be like, oh shit, this is awesome. Low resistant highs. This low down here, okay, is this low. Okay, so that low is 2537.3. So you see that? So that 0.3 is right there, and we traded below it. I don't want to show you the markups yet because I'm trying to get you to learn this stuff before I just hand it to you. Now, if you're in the Discord, you're like, yeah, I saw this earlier, John, but you can never get enough practice. So we have liquidity here that's met. What's right here, chat? What's in that blue circle? 5-minute time frame on gold. And if you are a beginner going through this series, refer to your notes. Refer to what you see as an imbalance, right? It's a 3-candle formation. This candle here, this down candle here, and then this like spinning top kind of candle. Okay. So there's an imbalance right there. But look at this 750 candle. Does it hit this imbalance and trade lower? Or does it say, ah, fuck you, man, I'm going right through it? Doesn't even bother respecting it. So if this was an imbalance, right? And, you know, oh, the market's bearish, but then this just got traded through. What do you think that's going to become? Next candle, what's this thing do here? And we can really zoom in just to make sure that you guys can all see it. This is the imbalance right there. This candle trades right through it. Trades through that gap too, by the way. That right there. Little gap right here. Trades right through that too. This candle opens, right? And it might have went higher first, I'm not sure. But it at a certain point, it did go lower. Right? Where does it stop and trade higher and close higher? Right here. Oh, that was off a little bit. Magnet tool kind of finessed me right there. It's supposed to be right there. Okay? So there is your inversion. Right? Now remember what we talked about in the last video. What else did we talk about? Remember the 50%? There's our target. Low resistance highs. This is manipulation, so that's where I'm going to draw my low. Right? There's your 50%. So that's going to be important. Now, I already have that on here. That's with the black dashed line. Okay, now this is the part where some of you, your jaw might hit the floor. But I promise you, it's in the old recording. I told you yesterday, or it might have been Tuesday. Either way, I told you what? It doesn't have to even close above 50%. It just has to trade it at a minimum 1 tick or 1 point or 1 pip, in my opinion, above 50%. And that's it. And you're Gucci. Right? This inversion here. Now, mind you, at 755, I didn't, I wasn't like right. I was looking at Nasdaq at that particular time. But what I'm trying to tell you is, in hindsight, right, we're studying, what the opportunities were. You can long the inversion, right? As if, we're marking this up as if we did long the inversion here. Stop at the low, fractal low, by the way. And we can aim for the low resistance highs and obviously a little bit above it. I'll get more on that later. Okay? So let's watch it. Comes back into the inversion, closes off of it. Comes back into the inversion, but closes off of it. So it's still respecting the inversion. What happens here? Okay. What happens here? This candle, this up candle right there, that crosses 50%. Can you see it? Right there. See that? That up candle does not have to close above it. Doesn't have to do it. It just has to go past it. Right? Next candle, what happens? This candle doesn't have doesn't have a wick on it. There's a lack of wick on that up candle. Okay? So the next candle drops down and it trades into that lack of wick. So to me, there's a little bit of rebalancing there. Next candle, we don't really do too much. Next candle, we come up, we trade lower. That's fine. We kind of dance around for a little bit. Not a problem. Because what's price not doing? It's not going back to the inversion. It's staying away from it. All right. Right here. Okay. This is where some of you might learn some shit today. 840. What happens here? This candle is now closing above this down candle. See that? So I'll fast forward. Next candle drops down into this down candle. What do you think is going to happen the rest of the day, chat? Bang, bang, boom. Look at that. Nice little 1 to 3 from that inversion. Down candle here, supporting price. Inversion. Did you see that? Let me take this RR tool off because this shit's getting in the fucking way. See this imbalance on the way lower? That was respected a little bit, but that got traded through at 850. So it took a few candles to come back, but look how sensitive that is, bro. I'm talking to you guys again like I'm talking to my friend who's watching the video. I'm going to send it to him and tell him you better watch this shit. Right? Look at that right there. See that? Look at that. Look how responsive that is right there. And what to do after that? Pew! Right for the highs. Low resistant highs. Do you see why we call it that? Low resistant highs. There's a couple down. There's a down candle here. Not a problem. There's a down candle here to go to the inversion. Not a problem. There's a couple small down candles. There's one more right here. But the predominant focus has been what? Bullish. Because it's going for the liquidity here. So this inversion was an opportunity. This down candle was an opportunity. This inversion was an opportunity. Okay? And there's obviously more, you know, to it than that. This is just the 5-minute time frame. I haven't done anything else. We haven't gone to the 1 minute. We haven't looked at a 15 or anything. This is just strictly 5-minute on gold. Okay? But that's what that looks like. So there was at least 1, 2, 3 opportunities to go long during this market. Okay? So now, for those of you that are members here who have been here for a while, you should go look at what time I told you I was looking at gold today. And you didn't bother looking at it. Ah, fuck gold. Fuck gold. You mean fuck profits, because that bitch went higher. And you didn't want to trade it. Yeah, I kind of snuck that in there, huh? Because I told you I was watching NQ, ES, Aussie, and gold. Go look at it. Watch this, chat. I'll go look for you. We were very active today, so we got a lot of messages in here, which is good. I like that. Ooh, there it is. 8:31, basically right at equities open. I'll be watching indices today as well as gold. What time was that? 8:31. That was right there. That was at 8:31, Felix. I probably said it at 9:03, but the earliest was at 8:31. That was right there. Guess what? Guess what, chat? That was before, right? That down candle as an entry. That was before this inversion as an entry. Ah. So John doesn't call trades in the Discord, but he calls trades in the Discord. Yeah. Yeah. At least a directional bias. It's up to you to find an entry. But you already know. The beginners, you guys may not know why this down candle, and that's okay. But as a beginner, you definitely know about inversions now. You already know about 50%. And you know about this inversion. So you had plenty of opportunities. How about that, chat? How about that? We were watching ES too, weren't we? Let's go over there. Because she was a little bit different today. She was different from NQ. And that's all right. Actually, let's look at NQ for just a second. I want to see what they've done. Oh, they haven't done. This is ass. This is absolute ass. Yeah, I'm not fucking with that. All right. Who was it? Somebody earlier I was telling you I told you I didn't think you would like my answer to the move from this morning because it wasn't on NQ, it was on ES. Okay? So, if you remember the video again in this free series, and we looked at high resistant highs and high resistant lows, okay? And I promise it's all in the recordings. It's there. And I pointed this out, right? And this is in your notes because you drew it out, or you screenshot it because you screenshot it, right? And you have this as high resistant lows. And I told you, sometimes, every once in a while, instead of having a lower low, I said sometimes you'll get a third lower low, right? I'm willing to bet. I would put money on that I said that in the video. I said every once in a while, sometimes you'll get a third lower low, but more on that later. Or more on that in a different video. This is that video. Okay? Because when you have 3 lower lows, it's a little bit different. Okay? Now, why would that take place? Okay? All right? Because there we go. That's sexy. That's what I was looking for. The future side was had a little bit more shit over here. It was confusing on which low I remembered using earlier. When ES makes a lower low, excuse me, right? Low 1, lower low. Look at the bodies here. Okay, lower low. That third lower low. That's just a 1, 2, 3 formation. 1, 2, 3. Everybody can count to 3. Your children can count to 3. It's not hard. When you look at Nasdaq, Nasdaq is higher, right? They're not doing the same thing. ES is lower. NQ, Nasdaq is higher. When you have an asset that does this, it trades lower against its peer. And yeah, Harmon, random live on a Thursday. You have a divergence here. This is manipulation. Okay. Low, they run a low, they take it higher. Anyone who tried to long, who thinks it's going higher, they might jam their stop, too close or whatever. And it goes lower that third time. So it's knocking traders out, right? That's manipulation. And what have you been studying, chat? For all the gold snipers here, what have you guys been studying? If that's manipulation, what are we looking at? The imbalance that was created on the way there. That imbalance here was traded through at 854. So what happens at 855? Bing! Inversion. Where did we go to? 5650. That was also mentioned in the Discord. Before equities even opened. Before the stock exchange even opened, I told you 5650 is an upside objective for ES. I gave you Nasdaq too. Nasdaq we haven't hit. They got very, very close. But for ES, I told you 5650 before the fucking stock exchange even opens. So you should have waited, right? And waited and waited. Oh, wait a minute. 3 lower lows. Imbalance traded through. Bam. There's your inversion. Imbalance on the way up. And I was watching this. We were respecting 50% for a little bit. And then we gave it up. Right? But guess where we never get back to? We don't come back to the inversion. We get damn close. Okay. But the body here is respecting the imbalance. Thus, we take off for the highs. Okay? Or if you traded at the 56.27 or even 28 level, you know, maybe you got slipped or you hesitated and waited a couple of seconds too long. At 28, we make a new high at 38. That's a 10-point move in like 2 minutes. That's $500 a contract in 2 minutes. That's $500 a contract in 2 minutes. What job makes $500 an hour? What job makes $500 in less than 5 minutes? Only the cartel does that. Only governments do that. Okay? Maybe Elon Musk can do that. But traders can do that too. Okay? So that was an opportunity for a partial. It ran up again. 45, so that's 20 points. That's $1,000 a contract right there. $1,000 a contract. That was offered in less than 10 minutes. Okay? So if you were able to survive the drawdown here, or the pullback rather, if you're in from down here, that probably would have stopped me out. Because I usually go break even after a nice run anyway. But again, if you survived it, then yeah, it ended up hitting 56.50. And it actually ran for quite more than that. Pull back here and then even further. So that's kind of the point. Okay. And we did leave these lows down here, by the way. And so some of you might have a question on that, but the only answer I have for you is the gap here, right? That Wednesday's close to today's open, we never get to 50%. So because we never get to 50%, that's indication of what? A strong market. Yeah, you knew that already too. Because I've said that the last few weeks as well. So yes, there will be times where lows are left open. But that's what that looks like. Manual manipulation, in my opinion. Imbalance traded through. There's your inversion to go higher. Okay. And so that was right around in here too for the Nasdaq, in which the Nasdaq does rally, but it left behind those lows here, which it came for, then formed that inversion later to go higher. Okay. So yeah, this afternoon this is shit to me. Like this is just bad to me. I don't like that. I would not trade this. But let me ask you a question, chat. How would you feel though? Right? If there was an opportunity on ES already panned out, this 1 to 2 here panned out for NQ, and then the 3 different opportunities that there was on the metals, right? More specifically gold. Right? And we got to do electric because regular is janky. It's fucking weird. Right? So that was at least 5 opportunities today prior to the PM session even beginning. So there was all kinds of opportunities today. I told you I was watching gold and Australian dollar and ES and NQ. I was watching all 4. And a lot of them had good setups. Okay. Australian dollar, I told you I was watching that because 67, 61 is some lows. And we took a high here and really screamed lower. That's why I wanted to watch it. But I don't like where we're at. Like I wouldn't short this anymore. These highs, I don't like. These are low resistant highs, and for that reason, I wouldn't short it. The future side actually took those highs, so that's kind of weird to me too. So because that's conflicting, I just wouldn't touch that. Okay. And yeah, so that's going to be it for today, chat. If you guys have any last minute questions, you're welcome to throw them in here, but that is going to complete episode 9 for the free beginner series. Holyfield, I'm not sure what you mean though. What is a common stop loss? Like what does that mean? I don't understand. YM? Dude, YM is just I don't do it, bro. I think YM's disgusting. Oh, you know what? I think we hit all-time highs up here. Ricky might know. You'll have to ask him. He definitely pays attention to this shit. And we did. We got it. Well, they got it. I mean, I'm not in YM. I didn't trade this shit. We can go take a look down here. We can go take a look down here. Just to see. None of the inversions were met, like traded into. I don't think. Yeah, I don't care for Dow all that much. We traded lower, clearing out everything from London and most of the PM session. Then it reversed on everybody and completely went the opposite way. But that's, you know what? That's actually a good follow-up too. Because what was one of the points I made in the last video? The last two videos, actually. Before the market goes higher, goes lower first, don't it? Not always, but more times than not, it'll go lower first. So that's kind of cool. So there's a follow-up to that idea. Silver, Lucas, I don't know, dude. Silver kind of sucks. Silver kind of sucks. But I like it. I like where we're at. I was getting a little concerned back in here. And that's why I was saying, when you had asked me back in early August, I was like, yeah, we'll watch it. I was like, it's in a weekly. I was like, we revisited the weekly inversion. I was like, we'll just wait and see what happens. So we're up off of that. I just want to see if we're going to be able to snag the 33s again, or the 33 level over the next couple of months. And then, because if we continue strong heading into like the elections and November, December, this potentially could be fucking ridiculous. From way back in here, right? I called out both of those lows in 2023, both of them. It's on Twitter. They're there. And to just hold that for even longer than it's been, how long has it been? 540 days? Jesus. How's that for letting markets run? But yeah, if we're going to continue bullish and we're heading into, on average, the most particular bullish part of the end of the year in the beginning, oh shit, dude. This thing should keep going. Stephanie, I don't know if I'll take off on Monday. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But all right, so that's it, guys. Y'all be good. Y'all be blessed. I'll put out the market review later tonight. We'll be here same time, same place tomorrow on Friday. Be careful on Friday because it's the last day of the week and it's the last day of the trading month. Okay? And then we roll right into September on Sunday, and the first trading day of September is going to be on Monday next week. Okay? So there could be some weird stuff going on, you know, just with like portfolio rebalancing and shit, big money balancing their books, selling stock, buying stock, whatever, all that kind of shit. So just be careful the rest of today and tomorrow. Okay. And yeah, so I'll see you guys on stream tomorrow.
Is I only live for your touch. Enough love for the both of us. Wasted, impossible to face it. Can we keep it in the shadows?